Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another Gunpla review, and today I'm taking a look at the 1/100th Gundam Kimaris booster unit type, and of course, this is once again from Iron Blooded Orphans. There's a quick look at all the info on the sides of the box, and this kit will put you back around 3,000 yen. So there is that inner frame, as impressive as always. This time in a lavender purple with silver stickers, but it is pretty much essentially what you've seen before. This shares the same inner frame runner as the Barbatos and only slightly varies. As you can see there, it's the same frame as the Barbatos, just in that kind of lavender purple, and as you can see it has all of these parts here which seem to be the original parts, the same as the ones from the frame on the Barbatos, so I do think you can pretty much make the same frame again, you just don't have the head parts. Instead you have these ones. And I do have to say the head without the armor parts looks incredible. All those plastic parts are so sharply molded. This looks great. And finally there's Gundam Kimaris with the armor on. Again, this is a very nice kit. Good, not great. Would this ever be confused for a master grade? Well, visually, maybe. In the right light from the right angles, it does look really nice, and especially from a distance, it might be hard to tell the difference. Once you get in really close, and definitely once you pick this thing up, there is a huge difference. On the surface, it definitely looks really good, but it's missing a lot of the nice intricacies you'd get with a master grade. And once you do pick it up and start trying to pose it, it just isn't on the same level at all. It looks master grade-y, but it definitely feels no grade, and I think that's kind of what Bandai are going for here. I have to say, after the Barbatos and the Greys, things are definitely feeling a lot more no grady. Having a full inner frame really is the savior here. The outer armor is a little bit on the lacking side. It does have a lot of panel lining opportunities and outer detail, but that's all it looks like, outer detail. But that inner frame, just like with the Barbatos, really gives this thing that extra dimension, that extra layer of detail that looks really good. There is a quick comparison to the high grade, which it outdoes in every aspect. Even though these high grades have really broken the mold for the high grade line, the 100 scale definitely is the superior model, which is kind of funny as it does the complete opposite for its own scale. And finally there's a quick comparison to the 1/100 scale Gundam Barbatos, and as you can see compared to it, the Gundam Kimaris has so much outer detail. And just in case you're wondering, yes, the Guxion Part 2 will be coming soon. I've just been so busy lately and this was the latest thing to come out when I got some time, so I'm doing this one. As for stickers, we don't have a lot in here. As you can see, most of them are just for on the inner frame, those are the silver parts. Besides that, we've got this yellow one for the back of the head, and these black ones for in here in the thrusters. And I was extremely happy to see that these parts here are actually pieces of plastic, so that is pretty cool. As for the accessories, this is Kimaris with everything that it comes with. So unlike the high grade, this version of the Kimaris comes with the booster already, and that just attaches into his back like that. That does make him a little bit back heavy, but it does balance quite well. Just like the high grade, these do have points of articulation here, as well as at these points here. But unlike the high grade, these aren't stickers. This is actual purple plastic, so that is pretty cool. As well as that, then we have the lance. This is pretty simple. This is made from a few different sections. 2 parts with a handle, 2 parts with this section. This part here is a separate section as well as the tip. These purple sections here are a separate part as well. And lastly in here are 2 holding hands then for holding the lance. But what does seem to be an issue with this line is the feebly weak joints. Thankfully here I'm not seeing too many issues. It is a little on the weak side, but it seems to be able to hold it in most poses that you put it in. I'm not seeing a whole lot of sag, but I don't know how that will hold up over time. But so far, so good. His shoulders, just like the high grade, open up like that, and inside of there we've got 2 small plastic shurikens. And as well as that, and I almost forgot about this, is the compact knife. Pretty much the same as the high grade, and that can fold out just like that, as well as attach into this section here, like that. So as for articulation, you're not going to get any complaints from me whatsoever. This part here is a little bit on the floppy side, and I think that is because I might have overfiled it a bit. This side is fine. But this has been really well designed. Nothing really gets in the way of the inner frame's awesome level of articulation. Most things can move nicely out of the way, so you get kind of the most out of this. You would think because this is bulkier than the Barbatos that you might lose a lot of that, but not really. Most of it's still there, and there's not really anything I could fault. Definitely a million times better. Whoa. Definitely a million times better than the Fat Guxion right here. As for unique aspects, I guess the only thing really is the leg. I'll take that off to see it a little better. And just like the high grade, the legs can split open like that, revealing the inner frame, but these sections in here you can see have a lot more articulation than what you would have seen with the high grade version. So that is definitely pretty cool, and I would love to see a 100 scale version of the Trooper. So that is it for the review, and all I can say is if you're liking this line so far, then you're definitely going to like this one as well. However, if you're not really digging them, then this won't impress you any more than what's been seen already. I have to say, personally, I'm still really on the fence about this line. There's aspects I like about them, and a lot of aspects I don't. They're definitely bigger, more detailed, and at a glance more impressive than the high grades. But for their size, they just feel too loose, too hollow, too empty. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews. See you next time.